We are back with a trio of talented artists here in Studio 1A. Josh Hartnett has graced our screens for more than 25 years in films like The Virgin Suicides, Black Hawk Down, and most recently, Best Picture winner, Oppenheimer.
That's right. Then M. Night Shyamalan is an Academy Award-nominated director behind unforgettable thrillers like The Sixth Sense and Signs. And his daughter, Saleka, is a singer-songwriter whose music has appeared in the Apple TV Plus series Servant.
There's a lot of talent on this couch. Well, now they are together in Knight's new film. It's called Trap. Josh plays Cooper. Cooper's a dad who brings his daughter to a concert of a huge pop star, the pop star played by Saleka. But here's the thing. The whole concert, it's actually a trap to catch a killer.
Look at the stage where that guy came out. I wonder what's down there. Hey, we should climb down and see where it leads. It looks really cool.
What?
Wouldn't it be unbelievable to see what's down there? See how they put on the show? There might be costumes and things.
That's crazy. We can't go down there. You're acting strange.
Oh, he was. He was acting quite strange. Good morning to all of you.
Hi, guys.
And we're not giving away too much because in the trailer it's already revealed that you're a serial killer. You're at this concert.
Just casual.
Yeah,
you're a serial killer.
And he even did this.
You're a serial killer.
Serial killer.
And so you're at this concert, but you've taken your daughter to this concert.
Yeah.
What was it like playing a character with such a sinister secret?
Well, I learned that serial killers can be loving fathers, too. No, it was more just like, I mean, a lot of research into psychopathy generally. And there's a great book called The Psychopath Test that we read together. And getting a sense of, like, how prevalent that is in society. There's 10% of us apparently have sociopathic tendencies. And it was just, I mean, it was a chance to play something kind of outside of anything I've ever played before.
Yeah.
And Knight wanted it to be bold, so it was fun.
10%? Are you in the 10?
Why would I be in the 10?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you played it.
There are 6 of us on this couch. None of us has to be one.
I don't know.
In this room.
Can we expect one of these traditional M. Night Shyamalan twists at the end?
You know, I don't really think of it like that, but I more structural things that are unique that you might find surprising, where the movie goes and what happens. You know, as long as you're one-to-one with the character, which would be his character, and whatever he finds out that's very shocking, you're going to find out and feel very shocked by it as well.
You know, it's interesting because you're staging this movie you actually held a concert.
Yes.
In this huge arena, hundreds of extras. How do you direct a movie and a concert at this? It seemed logistically that'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times when you see movies and there's a concert, even if it's a well-known singer playing that, it doesn't feel real for some reason. Something doesn't.
It's almost kind of muted.
Yeah, it's something doesn't, because you can sense those costumes, the stage there wasn't love in it. There wasn't really thought out. We put on a real concert. Before we shot the movie, we worked on everything, the choreography, everything, every song, every movement, everything that was on stage, the colors, the lighting, everything. Obviously, Saleka's songs, and we put on a real concert. So while Josh is performing, over his shoulder is a real concert, and so everyone in the arena was reacting to everything that was happening. So every morning, we would come in and shoot the crowd reacting to her and everybody on stage, and they were really going for it.
What was that like for you? I mean, I was reading you wrote, you produced all of the songs in the film. I know he probably gave you a lot of creative freedom, but what was that experience like? Because you're acting, but you also, I know, love performing.
Yeah. I mean, the music was, you know, like you said, it wasn't an afterthought to the movie. So it was sort of the first thing that we did before even starting shooting the movie. So as soon as he finished the script, I started writing the songs, and every song had to kind of be curated specifically for the scene and kind of have 2 functions. You know, I wanted the album, which will come out with the movie on August 2nd, to function like if you listen to it as a pop album that, you know, holds its own.
You would enjoy it, right?
But also it has to score what's happening, and you're with Josh's character, so it kind of had to follow what he's feeling, and as he's growing in intensity, the music does as well.
There aren't many pop albums that are from a serial killer's perspective.
I mean, that's awesome.
It's also, I hope you two continue to do work together. I really love this dynamic between father and son. And I read that you actually were inspired in part to create this film by conversations with Saleka about music and about film.
Yeah, well, we were thinking about how to do something unique in a musical way, you know, and we were thinking, wow, there hasn't been a movie where someone wrote an entire album for a movie, a narrative structure. I could only think of Purple Rain from the 80s, and where Prince did that to his own story. And I said, well, could we do that with a thriller where the characters are actually watching a full album concert there, and they're taking it in the story and get that experience, so the audience will come to the movie theater and have the experience of being at a concert and being in a really kind of tense thriller.
So speaking of concerts, before we go, favorite concert you've been to? Saleka, will start you.
I mean, there's a couple. I would say, you know, the kind of Riley experience in the movie for me was going to see Beyonce when I was 10, and you know, my parents took me. I think that was probably the first concert that I went to, and you know, she's just a goddess, and I knew all the lyrics to her songs, and I was like shaking walking in, you know, to the venue. So that was a core memory for me.
Well, the concert that comes to mind is we took them to see Adele, but before Adele became Adele. So she came to Philly, and it was one of the first stops on the tour of 21 was in Philadelphia, where it was 2,000 seats. So I went to go just give her props. As a young singer, I went, hey, I loved your 19 album. And I came backstage to say, and I said, oh, these are my kids. And she was like, Night, I'm such a fan. And then she was like, come here. And she pulled the curtain and said, I sold it out. I was like, last time this was only like a half full.
Wow.
And she was like so excited. And then months later, she's selling out Wembley Stadium. You know.
That's a good story.
Well, I mean, I'm going to relate it back to the film because I went and saw a band called Rat-a-Tat over here in New York when I lived here, and opening for them was this young hip-hop artist named Kid Cudi, who I'd never heard of before.
Oh, that's so fun.
And he came off stage right afterward, and he said, Josh, right? And I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm new to New York. Do you want to be friends? And we became friends from that moment on. So we've known each other forever, and all of us are
we
good
all have a
stories.
connection. So Kid Cudi has auditioned for me a few times, and then we became friends. And then I said, oh, you should be in this movie that I'm doing. It's about music and stuff. And then these guys.
Yeah, we got to collaborate and make a song together, which is actually coming out on Friday.
For this movie, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
6 degrees.
That's awesome.
M. Night Shyamalan, always a pleasure, Josh.
Yeah, thank you guys.
That
was great.
Trap, by the way, it's out in theaters August 2nd.
All right.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.